Hi, TBC family. This is Megan, and I have the blessing of leading our devotion this morning. Every year on my birthday, I come to God and I ask Him what the word He has for my year is. And it's been beautiful to see it unfold through the year. This last year was the word rise, R-I-S-E. And I came to Him again and asked Him for this year, and He said, arise, A-R-I-S-E. And I thought that was interesting because it seems like those are the same word and mean the same thing. So I'll come back to that. Yesterday I was praying and I came to the Lord, and we're in San Francisco, as you all know. We're sheltering in. My kids are off school. I'm homeschooling, sort of, and working at the hospital. Things are crazy at the hospital. We have coronavirus patients there. We have a tent outside. Our infection control nurse is amazing and heading up the whole thing. It's one of those times that you have a long list when you come to God and you want to ask Him about things and pray about people and situations, and He loves that. He wants us to do that, and He wants to hear our hearts, and He wants us to ask Him. But lately I've been really challenged that I just say, God, here's all my stuff, but what I want now is to hear what's on your heart. And I'm just going to sit here and wait and ask Him what's on your mind today. And it's been amazing, so beautiful. And I just think we should all take moments like that. We can have our stuff that we bring to God, but especially in a time like this, to just sit and ask God, what's on your heart today? And He'll give you a verse, He'll give you a picture, He'll give you a thought, He'll give you something just to breathe into your life that day. So today, yesterday when I was praying, I said, God, what's on your heart today? And He said, arise. I want my people to arise. And so I was looking up the difference, and in the dictionary, rise means to move from a lower place to a higher place, like the water level rising out of bed. To arise, A-R-I-S-E, means to come into being, to emerge or originate, like a problem arose. The problem wasn't there before, and now it is. It's born. So then God brought me to this verse, Isaiah 61-4. In the New American Standard, it says, arise and shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. Nations will come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your rising. In the Passion, it says, Yahweh's glory now streams from you. Lift your eyes higher, look around you and believe, for your sons are returning from far away, and your daughters are being tenderly carried home. I love that. What a picture. And I think right now this is our call to be carriers of His glory. In John 17 it says, I've given them the glory that you gave me, that we may be one, that they may be one as we are one. And in this time to be united, to carry His glory. I don't think right now, at my hospital, our infection control nurse who's leading up the whole thing, I thanked her for what she's doing. I said, you must be working constantly and not sleeping. And she said, we all rise to the occasion, and there's 1 million people working so hard on this, and just good people at the hospital giving their time, and all over in every sector of society. And we're rising. But I think too, as we're rising, I think God's birthing something new, and He's calling us to arise, something new to come into being. We're to come into being of all He has made us, being carriers of His glory everywhere we go. And as we shine His glory, what it said, God's sons will return from afar, and His daughters will be tenderly carried home. What a picture for our city and our nation and the world. And what I love is it's not about rising. It's not about climbing higher and getting higher and doing more. But to arise just means coming into who we are, being truly who we were meant to be, carrying his glory to the people around us. I think in this time especially, it can just mean, taking the extra step to say thank you for being here to the person at the grocery store and checking in on our neighbors. We wrote cards this Sunday at church with the kids for people who could, the older people who are at home, and just taking that extra step just to arise, come into who you are at this time. Come into being all that God's made you to be today. And we'll see his sons come home from far away and his daughters to be tenderly carried back to his heart. God wants all his children to come home. And he wants you to come home and me to come home and just to be all that we're meant to be. So as we are all rising to the occasion in whatever sector of life we are working in and living in and being with our kids in, let's also arise. Let's come into his glory, come into ourselves, who he's created us to be, and just remember his tender love for us and bring that to our neighbors. God bless you all.